welcome back to the National Driving Centre. We're going to show you how to turn one of these
into one of these.
So welcome back to the National Driving Centre. Now we're going to talk through what's actually involved with the PCV Category D driving test. So first of all, you're going to meet your driving examiner. Once you've met the examiner, you're going to make your way to your vehicle, which will already be on the reversing square. Once you get to the vehicle, you're going to carry out your show me, tell me questions. Now we've already made a video on these show me, tell me questions, and we'll put the link in the description below. Once we've done the show me, tell me's, we're then going to carry out our reversing exercise. And again, we've already made a video of this, and the link will be in the description below. Once we've done that reversing exercise, the examiner will jump into the vehicle. You will then go out for your 15 minutes to an hour drive. So let's go out there and see what's involved. Okay, Andy, so first of all, preparation. What's the best way we can prepare ourselves for the driving test?
Well, obviously we need a good night's sleep. Yeah, so there's no sitting on your PlayStation till 2 o'clock in the morning, anything like that. Get a good night's sleep. Make sure we turn up to the test centre nice and early. Yeah. The last thing, we all know that, you know, when we turn up late somewhere, you feel all rushed, you feel all panicked. Yeah. What we want as instructors, we want you to turn up, we want you to relax. We know you're going to still be nervous, but by getting there nice and early and not rushing around, you've got time to sit down, focus, get yourself in the zone, so to speak.
Right. So no going down the pub the night before then?
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah. Also, make sure we don't have, you know, we don't want a full English that morning.
Right, yeah. We don't want to have that weighing on our stomach when you're already going to be a little bit nervous. Exactly. That's the last thing you want
exactly.
on you. Yeah, absolutely.
And hydration as well.
Yes.
Keep yourself hydrated, yeah? When we're underhydrated, we all know you lose concentration.
Yes.
Yeah, so make sure you take on plenty of fluids beforehand, keep yourself hydrated.
Yeah.
And be able to stay focused that way.
Yeah. Obviously, when we turn up to the test centre itself, the most important thing, don't forget your licence.
Yeah, don't forget your licence.
So many people will take it out the night before, stick it on the sideboard, turn up on the test day, say, oh, it's gone.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, Andy, so the show me, tell me's is going to be the first time we greet the examiner. What tips can we give a student for this?
Well, obviously they've been well prepared. Okay, so we give them all the paperwork to start off with. Most of the students that come through will have done their module 4 as well. Yep. A lot of the show me, tell me's are covered on the module 4. It's the first time, as you mentioned, that you're going to see the examiner. This is your opportunity to show them that you do know a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. And don't forget, the questions are going to be really simple, really, how do you turn the hazard lights on?
Yes.
Where do you check the oil? They're very specific questions. Unlike the module 4, he's not going to get you to do a daily walk around, anything like that. It's very, very specific questions.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't panic about them. Yeah, that's the key to anything. Don't panic about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you will be taught, you will be told where's what and what does what and how to do what.
That's it.
Okay, it's all there. The info's there. Just don't worry about it.
That's it. And obviously, when you're on your course, if you're unsure what a button does, instead of staring at it all week, ask. Just ask what these things do. But we would have gone through it, and yeah, absolutely. The show me, tell me's and the reversing exercise, you would have been heavily prepared beforehand. So nothing's going to be new or different to what we've been doing.
Exactly. Okay, Paul. So, understanding the examiner. Okay, what tips can we give the students here? Well, we know that they all panic about the examiner.
This is it. They always think the examiner is out to fail them, or they're always trying to hide up the horns and they're just going to fail them straight away. the key thing with these examiners, they are human, okay? They're not out to fail you, they're there to assess your driving ability. So I think, first of all, with regards to talking, yes, they might ask you at the beginning of the test, why are you doing it, where are you from, literally just to gain that rapport. But I think the key thing with this is, you know, don't go into massive monologues with that examiner. The key thing is one word answers. You've got a job to do. You know, if you want to go for a chat afterwards, then fine. But
that's it. Yeah.
It's so easy for these students to, you know, some of them to just go into these big conversations and then make a little error because their concentration is not on the prize at hand.
But, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, they're only human.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, they're not out to fail you. Yeah, they know you've got a job to do. They know you're, you know, and by talking to you, they'll find that out.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of time as well, they talk to you, especially if you're nervous.
Yes.
Just to try and, you know, calm you down, relax you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the other thing as well, maybe not so much on the buses, but on other vehicles, when the examiner's sat next to you, and you can see them jotting something down or tapping away. It doesn't necessarily, it may have no bearing on your test whatsoever.
No.
They might have seen something that they want to explain to another examiner.
Yeah.
You know, maybe don't go this way, there's roadworks, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But
could be a time
thing,
reference or something
that's it,
like that. Yeah.
But the first thing that the student's going to think about is that they've done something wrong.
That's it.
They failed.
What's the point in going on?
That's it.
Let's pull over now.
Yeah, I've had enough.
Yeah.
But like we said, it doesn't necessarily mean anything to do with your test.
No.
Yeah, so don't panic about it.
Yeah, it's so easy for that student to be thinking, well, what did I do? What was that error I made? Was it a serious? Was it a dangerous? You know, and more often than not, it was just one little mark that might have been a mirror or something, not even at all. Like you said. Yeah. The key thing is focus on what you're doing. You know, don't worry about what he's doing, and just keep thinking about the end goal. You know, keep thinking about that driving to that standard that we've been pushing for. You know, for your course.
Exactly. I mean, you'd have seen your instructors maybe making notes while you're driving around.
Yes.
Yeah. And it, you know, it hasn't really bothered you during the course.
Yeah.
So don't let the examiner bother you.
No. Yeah. Not at all. Not at all.
Just keep your concentration, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, stay focused on what you're doing. Don't worry about what's going on around you as such.
Course. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we need to look out for other road users and whatnot.
That's it.
Within the immediate vicinity, so don't worry about what the examiner's doing.
Yeah. And I think with that as well is if an order has been given and maybe you misheard it or you weren't too sure, you were concentrated on the cyclist or the motorbike or something going on, ask for it to be repeated. They won't mind to have that order repeated.
That's it.
And I think especially if you ask for that second time or the worst one, the big embarrassing third time, don't worry about it. No. If you need that order repeated, just ask for it to be repeated. They really don't mind.
Exactly. Yeah, but we know from experience that students won't.
Yes.
And then they panic, and then they know they've gone the wrong way, say.
Yes, of course.
And
of course.
you know, again, as long as they've done it all correctly and safely, it doesn't actually matter. But it's a test, and the students will panic about it.
Yeah. Oh, without doubt. Okay, Andy. What about our mindset during the test? What can we think about during the actual drive?
Well, obviously, the most important one is to be positive, be confident in your ability. Yeah, your instructors would have taught you everything you need to know to get you through the test. That's what we're there for.
Yeah.
If we didn't think you were ready for the test, we wouldn't be putting you forward for it.
Sure.
So stay confident, be positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Positive mental attitude is what we're looking for here.
Absolutely. And don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know, if unfortunately you didn't meet the requirement, then you'll just come back, you know, and do it another time. You'll find out what you failed on. Okay, you'll remedy those mistakes, and you'll come back and do it again. It's not the end of the world, but students tend to put so much pressure on themselves. Yes, I understand it's a challenge and it's something we've got to get through. But if we don't make it, fine, we'll just come back and do it again.
That's it.
if we did fail, or if we didn't meet that required standard, and we get back to the test centre and the examiner says, unfortunately you haven't, how should I react? How should I control myself?
Well, the worst thing you can do is start to swear and shout and threaten the examiner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all that's going to happen there is that you'll get a black mark against your name and you'll never get a retest for it. Take on board what the examiner says to you, okay? They'll give you a good debrief and explain why for today you haven't passed.
Yes.
Okay? Remember what we said before, they're not out to fail you, but if you do something wrong,
yeah,
you're going to fail. We can't guarantee anybody passing a test.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just take on board what they said to you. Don't worry about it. Go away, think about it, and then when you come back the next time, don't make those same mistakes.
That's it. You'll breeze through it. You'll breeze through it because you now know what to expect.
That's
you know
it.
How they're going to talk to you, how they're going to react, and how things are going to carry on during the actual driving test. Yeah.
And if anything, on a retest, because you've already been there, you've already done it.
Yeah.
Your retest won't feel as daunting. Yeah,
No,
because
very
you've already,
true.
like you said, you know what they're expecting, you know what they're looking for.
Yes.
So just go out and do it.
That's it. So during the test, Andy, we may go the wrong way. We may, make a little error during the drive. How should we react when that happens?
Firstly, don't panic about it. Okay, just crack on as normal.
Yeah.
Your instructor will have told you if you go the wrong way, as long as it's all done correctly and safely,
Yeah.
it's not a major problem.
Excellent. So Andy, at the junction ahead, we're going to continue to follow the road ahead, please.
Okie dokie. Now, I do believe you said follow the road ahead.
Oh,
That's a shocker, isn't it?
that's unbelievable. So how are we gonna? Is that it now? Is it over? Should we pull over on the left and that's it?
Of course not. Yeah, you just carry on. Like we mentioned before, carry on as normal.
Yeah.
Keep driving to the best of your ability.
Of course.
As long as if you make a mistake, as we mentioned there, by going the wrong way,
Yeah.
as long as you've done it all correctly and safely,
Absolutely.
it's not a major problem. All the examiner will do is get you back on track.
Yes.
Or he'll change the route slightly.
Gotcha.
It's not a major issue.
Yeah. If we think about the highway code, what we've done there, we've done nothing wrong. An error has not been made. Okay, we've moved over to the left and we've just gone the wrong way, but no error was made in regards to the highway code or anything like that. So stay calm, don't worry. The examiner, like you said, will potentially change the route or go somewhere else, but just stay nice and calm.
That's
it's
it.
not a failure. So Andy, other hints and tips while we're out on the drive?
Okay, so obviously don't change from what you've been taught. Okay, your instructor will be more critical of your driving than the examiners possibly will be.
Yes.
Because we want you to pass, we want you to get through the test. Okay, so bear in mind, take on board what the instructors have said to you during the week or during your course.
Yeah.
And don't change from that. Don't go and throw your own little twist into it, yeah? Because chances are it won't work.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We know what we need to do to get you through your test.
Of course.
So listen to the instructor,
Yeah.
okay?
I always push a student much harder than their test. So I will teach at maybe 8 or 9, level 8 or 9, and we know the pass rate would be potentially 6 or 7.
Yeah,
So I always push them harder. I've been on them about mirrors all week. They'll come back with maybe 1 minor for a mirror, and they're thinking, oh, but Paul's been on me about mirrors all week. Yeah, but it's because we're trying to push you to that higher standard. So that the test would be a breeze. So
Exactly.
it's
I
not
mean,
gonna be-
as instructors, what we want you to do is make things a habit. So, i.e., blind spots. Blind spots is a big one because people aren't used to doing it.
Yes.
So, for me personally, I'm big on blind spots. Every time we stop, I get to do a blind spot.
Right. Yeah.
Just because I want it to become a habit. I don't want to fail on something silly i.e. like not doing a blind spot.
Of course.
Another good tool we've got at our disposal is a commentary drive.
Yes.
This is where we talk our way through it. So for instance, we're looking at the lights, they're green, they've been green a while. So we're going to anticipate that. So we look, they've changed to red. Okay, so now I'm going to position myself to be able to do the left turn here. Okay, commentary drives are really good, especially for those that are nervous.
Yes.
Yeah, on your test, the examiner will not mind you sitting there talking your way through it, you know, explaining. You're looking ahead, you're looking at pedestrians, you're looking at crossings, you're looking at other road users, motorcycles, push bikes, etc. It shows them as well that you do know what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's not an explanation, this is why I'm doing this, but it's keeping that student switched on.
Yeah.
I think I've often found students where they get to that level where they can't get any better, as we say, they plateau. You make them commentate and it just pushes them above and beyond their capability.
Just really that little bit more.
Yeah.
It sort of enforces everything that we've sort of tried to push them through on the course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a great tool. Really, really does work well, commentary driving. Okay, Andy, so just finalising then, any other final hints and tips we can give to our students? Okay,
so obviously the important parts of the tests are the first sort of 5 to 10 and the last 5 to 10. Don't hesitate.
Yes.
Okay, if in doubt, don't pull out.
Don't pull out, absolutely, right? Yeah, of course.
Like we've mentioned time before during this video, the instructors will go through everything with you. Listen to what they've told you. Yeah. Safety versus progress.
Yes,
okay?
Of course.
Plan well ahead.
Yeah.
You know, like we did back there, we're looking at the lights. The lights are green here. We've got someone walking up to the crossing.
Yeah.
Are they going to cross? Have they pushed the button?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, forward plan all the time.
And Andy, we're going to take the next bus stop on the left, please.
Okay, so again, forward planning. You're looking at the bus stop, indicate you're going to pull over.
Good.
Okay, what we would do, we want to be nice and straight into the bay, making sure we've got nothing blocking the doors there. Handbrake, neutral, indicator off. All right, check your mirrors. Open your door. Now this is a really important part here. Make sure you keep your eye on that door at all times while it's in operation.
Good. Why is that so important?
Because obviously we might have passengers there either getting off at that time when we're opening it. We can see there's a gap. The gap's not very big. We might have someone stood behind it. Yeah. The last thing we want is to cause an injury by someone stood behind the door and we're squashing them. Gotcha. Believe it or not, it does happen. Okay. Same as when we come to pull away, before we shut the doors, we're going to check our mirrors, we'll have good observation all around, look for any latecomers, anything like that. We'll check our mirror again, and then again we're closing that door, and we're going to keep our eye on that door. This time, we're looking for any latecomers that might come up and decide to put their hand in. Yeah. Again, it does happen, it happens quite a lot, and a lot of bus drivers out there will tell you that it's happened to them.
Sure.
Okay. So again, it's all about safety. Yeah, we don't want to cause injury to anybody, especially to our passengers. At the end of the day, they're going to pay bus drivers' wages. All right. So we've done that. We've made sure our passengers have got off and got back on, and they're all nice and safe. We've waited for them to sit down. We've given them plenty of time. Now what we're going to do, we're going to check our mirrors, put it into gear. Left mirror, right mirror, indicate. Left mirror, right mirror, blind spot. Handbrake off, and away we go, but only when it's safe to do so. So if we have to sit here for a minute, like we are now, we'll keep that indicator on, and we'll just keep checking. As soon as we can, we'll go.
I think that the key thing with that, Andy, is definitely we're going to be concentrating right up to the point where that examiner says that is the end of the test. Right there, we were coming into that last 5 minutes of the test, and you know, it's so easy that student relaxes just way too early, and then, like you said, in the first or last 5 minutes of the test, that's when those errors can occur. So I think keep it nice and calm.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the first 5 to 10 normally down to nerves.
Yes.
The last 5 to 10 is that the student knows they're on their way back.
Sure.
And they think, I've done it.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, we have seen it a few times where, you know, where they have relaxed.
Yes.
And they think, yeah, that's it, I'm safe, I've done. And then all of a sudden, it all goes a bit petong.
Of course.
Yeah. And things happen, and then that's when we fail.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like this scenario here with the ambulance, things that are potentially out of our control. You know, if something does go a little bit, not wrong, but if something was a little bit obscure as to the normal, then don't let it push you out of your comfort zone.
No.
If you're waiting on a roundabout and someone beats you or someone gets aggressive, don't let them fail your test. It's you, it's your decisions that are gonna cause these problems. Remember, the retest fee's coming out of your pocket. This person who's beating you is not going to chip in 20 quid to help you. So, you know, I think stay nice and calm throughout that whole drive. Don't let that concentration drop until you've got back to the test centre. It's only an hour. It's,
exactly.
You know, it's only an hour's drive. Yes, you will be tired, or you better be tired by the time you get back. Otherwise, you haven't been concentrating enough, I think. But yeah, I think, you know, keep it cool and calm. Don't relax until you finish, and you will get there. You will get there.
But again, you know, like we said before, your instructor, we are there to get you through your test. We want you to pass just as much as you do.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so like you mentioned about the test being an hour, 9 times out of 10, what you'll do during your course is we'll make you do an hour's drive.
Yeah.
So you get used to concentrating for that hour.
Of course, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That way, you know, when you're out on your test, yes, we want you to be tired, like you mentioned, but it's not going to be as draining as if you'd only been doing 30-minute drives during the course and then resting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will fully prepare you for what you need to do.
Of course.
At the end of the day, you know, it's down to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you've put the effort in during the course, the instructor's happy with what you've done, we'll put you forward for your test. We're fully confident that you're going to pass.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, like we mentioned before, you wouldn't be sitting that test on that day.
Yeah, that's it. Because when it comes down to, especially our test centre, it's a reflection of us as well. If we're putting students forward that aren't ready, that is a reflection of us.
Exactly.
So yeah, be confident in your instructor that he's prepped you well and a good, you know, preparation for the test.
And that's it. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it's helped you.
For more training videos, please hit that subscribe button and come and look at our other videos with National Driving Centre, and good luck for your test.